30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes.
Is there anybody out there that wants to roll? And is there anybody out there that wants to boogie? Tonight, live from the Apollo, Glasgow.
Well, if you're looking for trouble, I'm the man to see. If you're looking for satisfaction, it's satisfaction guaranteed. I'm as cool as a body on ice. Hotter than the rolling dice. Send you to heaven, or take you to hell.
Welcome to Glasgow Apollo Live with Scott and Andy.
Hello and welcome to Glasgow Apollo Live with me, Scott MacArthur.
Me, Andy Muir. How are you?
Is my microphone working? I can't hear if it's working or not.
It's working.
Working all right. Having a bit of a mare here, folks. I've just got a new replacement laptop and the data wouldn't come off my old laptop. I've got none of the software working. Haven't been able to download any music from the internet. I've just got home from Glasgow. So yeah, so it's going to be an interesting show. So how have you been, mate?
Good. Been
Good.
yeah.
Hi Cheryl, how
bit
you
of a-
doing?
Bit of a shock to hear that tune.
I know it's been, how long has that been? It's been 5 weeks or something, hasn't it? For the we did the blues show. Remember, we did the show that we got a lot of abuse for certain folk for doing blues all night. And I think that was the last one we did because I've just been running around like an idiot. But you've been getting
How long
famous,
ago
haven't
was
you? You've been singing and stuff, haven't you?
Nah, not really. You're not famous, but you know, been singing.
Yeah, but you've been singing. How's it been going?
Was good. It was good,
it good?
apart from
Yeah.
today's gig that I had to cancel
Oh, did you? How come?
because I'm
How
sick.
come? Oh, you really? What's
Yeah.
wrong?
It's got some virus thing. That,
Oh, your throat's sore, is it? Or...
Well, anytime anything happens, yeah.
All right. Oh
Yeah.
dear. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. So are they
Sorry?
going to try and are they going to reschedule it or something? Are they?
I think they are. They got a replacement band, so I think
Did they?
maybe
All right. Okay. Okay.
They will. I'm not sure.
Right. Okay.
Not sure.
Is it what? So I always get confused. You're on Sunday, aren't you? Or are you on Saturday? What day are you in?
Sunday.
You're Sunday, right? Because we're on Friday. No, we're not. We're on Saturday.
What the hell?
I don't know. Honestly, that's it. Hello, hi, Bon. How you doing? Honestly, this week. I've been to Scotland twice. I went to Arbroath a couple of days ago. And then today or yesterday, I went to somewhere. Don't know where I went. Dumbarton. I went to see Brian Gordon actually. I went up to Scotland. Then I went nipped over and stayed with Brian last night. But I fell asleep, so it wasn't very exciting. But yeah. I think I'm probably doing too much at the moment, but yeah. So tonight we're going to just have a chat. I'm not drunk. I haven't had a drink, Cheryl. Do you know what? I got off the train tonight, right? And it had taken me. I left Glasgow at 10 o'clock, and I got off the train tonight. I think it was about 6 o'clock or something like that. 7, yeah, 5:30 maybe. And I got a call from the pub that I do a few hours in every week. Can you help? There's been a flood. So I ended up going to the pub and working for an hour after being on the train for 10 hours. I'm standing there with bright red eyes and I'm going, what am I doing here? And I came home and I set my alarm for 8:30 and of course it didn't go off. I must have got it wrong because my phone's not working either. So everything's not working. So hence why I'm a bit unprepared tonight. But
Hence why.
yes, so I'm definitely not drunk, Cheryl. I probably will be later though. The way I'm feeling, and there's a
He's
bottle
he's
of
he's on a he's on a he's on a 2 pints over the limit
aye.
tiredness scale.
Yeah, it might be more than that by the time of the night finishes. But well, I hope maybe not. I'm working tomorrow as well, so I can't really.
Yeah,
So, what you been up to
nothing,
for the last
nothing,
6 weeks? Nothing.
nothing, done nothing,
Oh God, mate, what
done
you like?
nothing.
Nothing at all. Listening to
Uh,
anything? Any good music?
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Every day at 2:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
I switch on the YouTubes,
All right,
and
aye.
up comes a live stream from King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Lizard. They're a
Two and
good
a
band.
half hours, 2.5 hours of a live concert every day. Every
Really?
day they're on tour.
Brilliant.
Look them up. They are
Ah, they're
fantastic.
fantastic band. Great band. That's one of Rory's favourite bands. Rory's my
Yeah,
son,
I
if you
don't
don't know.
know. I don't know any of the song titles, but
Yeah,
I know the songs now. I've heard
yeah.
4 concerts.
Brilliant. Brilliant. They
Full,
are
like full.
there's
It's the
something
full.
else.
It's the full. It's the full thing. It's a full
Aye.
concert. It's brilliant.
Really?
They
All
played
right, okay.
one night. They played 2.5 hours, 3 hours. I think.
Jeez, oh. They bring an album out
Excellent.
every sort of 6 weeks or something. You know, they're
Yeah, they've
prolific
got
and they're
25 albums or something.
they're
They're really
amazing.
good. I've been listening to them, and I also was doing a lot of homework for these gigs.
Oh
But
shit! And then you get unwell. That's a nightmare.
I've got them.
I
They're
saw
kind of
King
in my
Gizzard,
head.
Lizard, whatever they're called. What you try to learn lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, I don't know how you do that. I really think that's amazing that you do that, mate. I guess if I
I've
had
got
to, I could do it, but daunting, really daunting. I
and
think,
the singing.
and the sing. Yeah, yeah. I was at a I was at a festival last week called Camp Wildfire.
Yes, it looked like you did not think you were going to have a good time.
No, I think that's fairly accurate. I got a bit of a. I was a bit annoyed because I took my mate.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, my mate Julian came along with me, right? Because I
Oh,
got
the
the
artist
artist,
guy.
the artist guy, yeah, and I had a +1, So I thought, well, I'll take somebody with me. So I thought, well, I'll take Julian. So I took Julian. He's always going on about camping and he likes music and stuff. So he arrives and we get the tents up and all the rest of it. It's a tiny wee festival. It's only 3,000 people. And I was speaking on the first night, and so I did the thing. It was fine. I was supporting Michaela Strachan. You know the she used to do the children's programs, but she does the Nature Watch stuff,
Actually,
Winter
I
Watch.
don't. I remember her more from the Hitman and her.
Yeah, you will, the Hitman. But anyway, she was the headline act, and I was like the warm up, and she was very nice. She was a really nice person actually. She's been through quite a lot of shit. I didn't realise she'd been through so much stuff in her life. But anyway, she's very nice, and anyway, Julian decided the next morning when we get up, my talk went fine and all the rest of it. And then the next morning I get up, he went to bed early, and I went to there was a there was only well, I guess you could say there was 2 stages. There was only 2 stages, and I went to see one of the bands that was on one of the stages. It was this African band, sort of roots, African roots type music, and they were really really good, to be honest. And the whole place was jumping, and it was 3/4 women. The Hitman missed. Yeah, you're right, Bon. And anyway, I stayed up until about 1 or maybe even 2 in the morning watching this crowd, and the place was going mad. And it was 3/4 of the audience was women. There was hardly any men at the whole thing. It was weird how few men there was there. Anyway, it was quite good entertainment. I was sitting behind the stage because I had access to all areas because my wristband I had on, and went to my bed about maybe 2 in the morning. And Barry Booth, my God, how you doing, mate? Haven't seen you for ages. The Halfway House, my God. And anyway, got up the next morning. Julian's already up because he's an early bird. And he says, I'm going home today. He says, I was too cold last night. And I was like, oh, because he'd got me a lift, because Sevenoaks is a nightmare to get to. Well, not Sevenoaks, where the forest is compared to Sevenoaks. So he's kind of abandoned me. So I was ended up on my own. He handed me a wee lump of something before he left, and then he disappeared. And I'm like going, right. So I was on my own for the next 2 nights. And it wasn't cold. It was warm. Wimp, Julian, if you're watching, wimp. But it was good fun, mate. I think you'd quite enjoy it. I mean, it's kind of like the activities and stuff are a bit odd. It was a bit like It's a Knockout cross with scouting.
Well, it did look a little. You will have fun.
Yeah, exactly. It was like Heidi High, you know. It was like, you know, they all had outfits on. They all had names like the squirrels and the hawks and the foxes and the whatever the other one was. I can't remember. Badgers.
Isn't it? Well, it was a summer camp for
A
adults.
summer camp for adults, yeah. And they all took it so seriously. I was like,
Well, they should be having fun.
Yeah, oh no, they were having fun. A lot of them were having a lot of fun actually, and there wasn't that much. Well, there was drinking and some pot and stuff about, but there wasn't much else, and they weren't getting really drunk or anything. It was quite civilized, I guess, but it was very expensive. It was like 14 quid for a sausage roll. You know, it was ridiculous. So that was last weekend, and then the weekend before that, I was at a festival called the Feastival. You know, the Alex James from Blur. He lives just down the road from here, and it was more a traditional music festival. You know, it had Johnny Marr was one of the bands, and then there was folk I'd never heard of, loads of DB stuff again. Can't get away from that bloody music at the moment. But Johnny Marr was actually drum and bass.
Is it D&B or drum and bass?
No, they call it DB. They just call it DB. That's what all the kids call it. So I'm just down with the kids, mate. I'm just down with the kids. And
you gotta talk to the what do you call it? The forgetful.
Forget. Anyway, there was like a bar, right? This big bar, and it said the Britpop bar, right?
Oh,
and
nice.
Then there was the cheese bar because he makes cheese, right? I'm thinking, right, I won't have to put up with all this DB crap. I'll go to the Britpop bit, and so I went along, and it was DB, and I was like, cannot get away from this frigging music because it was very prominent at Glastonbury this year as well. Anyway, and the cheese bar didn't have any cheese. It was just a bit weird. And it was really busy and very expensive. Anyway, Johnny Marr, Raymond just said Johnny Marr. Johnny Marr was fantastic. I don't like the Smiths at all, but he did a really good version of all the Smiths songs, and he's actually quite a good singer, and he's obviously we all know he's a great guitar player. It was very good. Yeah,
his
it was very good.
autobiography is very good.
Is it? I've not actually read that. I need to read it now. I'm kind of because I'm not that keen on Morrissey, and I thought, well, you know, so I've never really ventured into that.
No, it's good.
That band.
He's good. He's a good guy.
I remember hearing him on the Rockin' Tours. And
kid. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was very good on the Rockin' Tours. He was very good indeed. So anyway, I'm definitely a convert to him. I thought he was brilliant. I mean, he was really, really good. And he put on a fantastic show. So and then there was, who was there? Oh, people had can't even remember what they were called. That Star Sailor. Is it Star? Yeah, Star Sailor. The one that was it. What was that song? Drive or something? Or what's that song?
Four to the Floor. I remember.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't.
The only
I think
one
I
I
get the
remember.
festival. No, I've got the wrong band. I've got the name wrong. I assure you, I've got the name wrong. Hang on, let me just find it. Here it is here. No, and it was a bit. Very, as you'd expect in the Cotswolds, very middle class. Snow Patrol. It was Snow Patrol, and they were meh. And then they had Becky Hill, who was meh. You know, good singer, but just no stage presence at all. You know, really, really. I mean, if these bands had been at the Apollo, they'd get booed off. You know, they were hopeless. Let me just tell you who else was at it. But it's 5 minutes from my house, literally 10 minutes door to door. So it's pretty good if you're into that music. So it was Ministry of Sound, Cat Burns, who was awful, Johnny Marr, who was great, Ella Henderson, who was just had nothing to her, Natasha Bedingfield, who was shit, Ash, who were like sort of caffeine-free whiskey, couldn't get the point. They were nearly good, but anyway, it really wasn't very good. As you can tell, I wasn't impressed. I thought the Kate Nash was okay. Scouting for Girls were okay.
But did your lad have a good time? He
did, and that's the point, innit? He had a great time.
Well, yeah, there you go.
And he was, but as long, I mean, he's just jumping about. But there was one DJ who I can't remember his name. I did try to find out what his name was, but it was this another DB guy, but rather than, you know how they all stand and do this, right, and they twiddle the knobs like they're doing something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he didn't. He didn't even pretend. So he just jumped up on top of the rack and was getting the crowd going. He was like an MC, and he was fantastic. He was really, really good. It was all like 80s and 70s, like ABBA, Queen, AC/DC, you know, that it was the background music. Then, of course, they put that DB beat over the top of it. But he made a really good, and it kind of changed my mind a wee bit about it because he was good, you know, he was actually good and entertaining. But so that's what I've been doing the last few weeks. So spending a lot of money, hearing a lot of shit music. God. But apart from that, I've just been trying. I've been doing quite a lot of work stuff as well. So that's why there's not been a show, folks. I'm sorry, there's not been a show every week. But hopefully now, I think there's light at the end of the tunnel, and we'll start having the show again on a Friday night. Certainly next Friday night we should be on, as long as Andy's okay. And I can get my technology working properly. I can't even download videos at the moment. I've lost all my software. It's all gone. And I'm just trying to get it back, and it's taken hours and hours to get it all back. So that's why there's no music tonight. So what have you been watching on the Apollo front? Have you been watching the Facebook group?
Yes.
Have you seen anything you like?
I've seen some funny discussions.
Yeah, it's been quite good.
Some funny things. It's funny. It's good. Good.
I put sorry.
What did you do?
I put a post up deliberately today just to get, because it's been amazing. There's now 18.3 thousand people in the group, folks, which is mental. So it's gone up about 1,000 since we last did a show, which is just crazy. Anyway, I stuck a post up. One of these, you know, the post you put up, you know, what was the first band? What was your favourite band? Who's the loudest band? How high was the stage? How many tickets have you got? You know, those sorts of questions. And I said to everybody, what's your first concert? Unbelievable. Hundreds of them. And people whose first concerts were like The Who. You know, imagine that being your first concert. So that was Paul, Boots.
Definitely.
You know, The Who and the James Gang in 1970. That was Boots. Don't know if you're here tonight, Boots. I haven't seen any abuse, so I don't think you are here. Other folk, Thin Lizzy, David Bowie. Imagine David Bowie being your first gig. I mean, Jesus, there's only one way to go. Rod Stewart and the Faces.
Bon Scott, Queen 1979.
I know, what a gig to be your first gig. Ian
There's
McCulloch.
someone, Chris
Sabbath.
Bowman, Iron Maiden was Grand Prix in 1983. I was at that. Good
We
gig.
were at that. Yeah, it's quick.
Good gig.
That was a great gig.
Wasn't my first gig, but that was a good gig.
No. Your
Grand
first gig was
Prix
Wings, wasn't it?
Was Wings.
Wings.
Yeah.
Mine was Judas Priest and Accept in 1981. Ronnie McGee says Slade in 1972 with Status Quo and Support. I mean, jeez,
Yeah.
Kraftwerk.
Susie Quattro. Was that Susie Quattro at that as well? No.
But
No,
we're missing it.
that was Thin Lizzy and Status Quo.
Right, was it? All right, okay. But we're missing our old friend. And, you know, I think it was.
No,
was
that's
it?
wrong.
Aye, yeah.
That was Status Quo and no, it was
Slade.
Thin Lizzy and Susie Quattro. I'm getting the S and the
right.
Q mixed up.
All right, okay, mate.
With Slade headlining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob Marley. God, imagine that being your first gig. Bob Marley at the Apollo.
Yeah.
That was Peter McGourley. Quite an unusual name, McGourley. I've seen Gourley, but never met Matt Gourley before. Bowie on the Ziggy tour. That was Alan Turner. Another bloody hell. David DL. Sabbath, supported by Badger. I remember that. It's a great name for a band, Badger. There's quite a few folks saying I can't remember, but it was probably Elton John. Rush. Who's that? Who said that? John Ayton. Deep Purple at the Greens. I mean, jeez, fantastic. Saxon and Limelight in 1980. Saxon headlined in 1980, did they? Gosh.
Did they?
The Jam. Yeah, well, according to Fergus McDermott, they did. Saxon and Limelight on the 13th of December 1980, according to that. Peter Frampton, 76. Akadika, 82. We were at that one. John Mayall, 72. Bloody. No, 1970. Sorry, I read that wrong. And I quite like there's another one. Probably Rush. Maybe we're drinking in the Burns House a wee bit too much. Sweet. You know, I think I said to you, I was listening to Sweet a wee bit, and what a band! What a band!
It's
Fantastic.
correct. Saxon. Tigers of Pantan, 1980.
Gosh,
Wow.
that's a bit
They
early.
did
I
two
thought that
gigs
would
that.
be later.
Oh no, sorry. They did two gigs in 1980,
Did they?
June
Oh,
and
right.
December.
Wow.
With a band called Limelight. Was that? Oh, that was the band that was the guy from Go West was the singer, I think,
Oh, all right. Okay. Okay.
which is
Because
quite.
1980, that was the first Monsters of Rock, wasn't it? So and Saxon were on that bill, weren't they? I think. I think they were. Yeah, they were.
Could have been. Who's this?
Yeah.
Bon Scott says need to get them to make a wee video of the new members again. Well, if they come, if they want to, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. That'd be brilliant. Although I've been too busy to do much, I'm dead keen to make these videos because I think when John died, it just kind of you could see how important it was. Who's that? These two look vaguely familiar. Oh, trouble's in.
He's
Hi,
he's
Boots.
called. I don't know why. Is he commenting on Facebook on YouTube because he's
On the
been banned
YouTubes.
from Facebook?
Could be. Have you been banned from Facebook, Paul? Actually, I was thinking about you, Boots, because I was in St Andrews last week. Maybe the week before. I went to see my mum. She was in St Andrews, and my dad was there as well. And I thought of you because we'd quite a nice lunch. He's actually quite a nice guy, despite all the shite that he talks on the site. But anyway, it's good to see you back, Boots. I haven't seen you for ages. But what was I going to say? Something else I was going to say. Oh God, I'm really tired. This is terrible. This is not. This is going to be a scintillating show for everybody. But yeah. So anyway, that was good. I enjoyed that, and these questions always work, and I love it that they always work, and they get thousands of hits, and it's just so cool. And there's been a lot. Oh, I see the mouse is not working now. This is doing my head in. What's going on here? There we go. What else? Yeah, we had. I don't know if you saw it, but there was a good post from Alan, spelled with an E, Alan Allen McLaughlin, who posted a whistle test show from Scotland. Did you see that one? It had
I didn't
Alex
watch the show
Harvey.
yet.
I've not watched it yet either, but Sensational Alex Harvey band, Rab Noakes, who I met a couple of times in Nazareth, and a bit of the Average White Band, all in the one show from the Queen Margaret Drive studios, which I thought was
I'm
quite
gonna
cool.
watch. I might
That
watch
sounds
that
quite
one.
good, doesn't it? And Whispering Bob is the DJ, so that was quite cool. And
He says, sadly, he was only 5 at the time.
hi. And the
I
other
was
thing,
I was only 7, so
we were a
yeah,
bit children, mate.
I
But
probably did watch it.
yes. And Bon, as you said, mate, I posted one of my stories that I told, the one about the what foot do you kick with? Remember that one? And I got a ridiculous response, thousands of people, and about 100 different comments about it and how they all liked the tapes and stuff and how they all used to collect them, which I thought was quite cool. And then there's been, I'll show this one because it's quite good. I can't resist these things. This is another one of these. Hang on, if I can work it out to do it. Oh, it's so annoying when your PC breaks. At least I find it very. The after eights on me, Bon. Oh, what's the after eights thing? Is that one of your still game stuff?
No,
No, is that a Bon thing?
no,
Bon and Cheryl thing?
It's Troy.
Oh, that
Someone.
guy. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
understand that. Don't understand it. Oh, why is it doing that? That's a bit weird. Anyway, there's somebody with their tickets again, which I think is just great. I still get a real kick when I see these. That was Derek
Oh,
Beattie
yeah.
who posted that, and others the other day, which is brilliant.
Chester, indeed.
Yeah. I'll put that off. Oh, and the other one, it was brilliant. Did you see the Deep Purple pictures?
I did. Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
This
But
was
they were
from.
good.
They were really
It's
good.
amazing. It's still
I know.
amazing that things just appear.
Yeah, Gavin Moffat, he said, some photos I took at the Greens Playhouse when Purple played there in September the 22nd, 1972. And I'll put this one on. I don't know if you've seen it, folks. But I'll
Like
put this
they're 52 years old.
I know. I know. I had a moment like that this week because I was sat in Ryerie's bar, which is one of the best bars in Edinburgh, just at Haymarket, and
Uh-huh.
my mate Ewan texts me and he said, "Oh, I see you're in Riley's bar. You do realise today's the anniversary of us going to college?" And I went, "Is it?" And he went, "Yeah, 40 years ago, was the first day we were at Napier together. 40 fucking years ago." And I was like, it was like, that moment.
I was thinking, did you go to college when you left? Did you leave in 5th year?
No, that is 6 year, mate.
So
And it
84.
was, yeah. And it was like,
was that 40 years ago?
I was 40 years ago.
What?
And it was like one of these, the effect that Hitchcock made famous, the one with the zoom the camera
Oh,
behind
yeah.
them, and
I
I was sitting there, and there's an Australian couple sitting next to me, and I think they must have thought I was a loony because it kind of hit me, and I went, Jesus Christ! And then Ewan just wound me up because he said, it was £1.50 a pint, and I'm sitting there with my £5.80 pint of Guinness. And I'm going, right. Then, of course, 2 seconds later, ping, and it was 25 pence for a nip. 25 pence? I don't know. I think he was maybe drunk when he sent these texts. I don't ever remember anything being that cheap. But, yeah, 40 years. And
that must have been in the student union.
well, I don't know. You need to ask Ewan. Ewan, are you there? He quite often tunes in. But it was like, oh, for goodness sake, how could that? And then I was thinking, because that was 84. So the last gig I ever went to the Apollo was just 1 year later.
Wow.
39 years ago. So yeah, that was about...
Wait a minute.
Were you not at Robert Gordon's?
No, mate. No, I was too slow for that business.
Where were you?
Was it Motherwell Tech, I think?
Ah, right. I remember you went there. Right.
19.
Yes.
Hold on. What was I going to look up? I totally forgotten. That's right. 19.
Here's Ian Gillan. Look, here's Ian Gillan. See how the amps are all stacked up on the front of the stage as well.
I wasn't even 18 in 1984.
Well, you know?
No.
Jesus Christ. Come on, kid. I wasn't either, mate.
You were. You're a year older than me, mate.
No, wait a minute. I was 66, 76, 80. No, wait a minute. There must be something wrong. Ewan must have that wrong.
Your
did.
Counting's wrong.
Something's wrong. Something's not right. Anyway, maybe I just believed him and didn't check it. Then you go, I should have checked it. Anyway, it's nearly 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Raymond saying, Motherwell Tech. a famous seat of academic
At least he knows it's called Motherwell Tech.
Yes.
It's called something else now. It's probably called Motherwell Tech. It's probably called
Motherwell University.
No, it's probably called Motherwell Campus of West of Scotland University.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. God.
Yeah, it was a quality building. I wasn't even in the real tech. We were in the Airbles Road department.
Was that
special students? For the special kids.
Paul Stanley saying I was on holiday in St Andrews in '66. My God, boots. But I remember.
Some say you're always on holiday in
St
Andrews in your mind.
New college now, says Raymond. Right.
Right, okay.
What was the one in Bell College? Is that still there? Remember Bell College?
I was there too. I went to that too.
I had quite a good reputation, Bell College. I remember.
Mate, well, it wasn't for me because I went there. I did after I did my HND. I did this thing called an advanced diploma in computing. Right. You would think that an advanced diploma would involve actually using computers. No.
This is a picture of a computer. Is that what you're doing?
I'm pretty sure I never used a computer in the whole year I was there.
Jeez,
I was like, what? Where's the programming in this? It was a weird course. Of course, I didn't pass.
Oh, did you not? All right. No. Okay. Right, okay. Yeah. So you went to Motherwell, Bell, and then Robert Gordon.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I'm a slow learner. I'm very slow.
It took you about 10 years to get your degree, didn't it?
It took me so long. It was ridiculous.
You were having such a good time, mate. That was all it was. You were just having a good time.
I did have a good time.
You did.
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
I did have a good time a lot of
Yeah.
the time.
And I was having severe flashbacks because of the Apollo, actually, because I was sat there and I'm thinking, Jesus wept. In 1984, who did we see? Iron Maiden probably, I would imagine, and AC/DC probably, and you're like, how? And then you look at the film of Angus jumping about these days. He's 155, and he looks like he's half dead, and it's like, how did that happen? Anyway, so that was one. Writing on the slates.
Writing on the slates. Yes.
God.
I remember that course. I was sitting like halfway through going, any chance we could get a computer here?
I actually
Any
went.
chance?
Do you know I'd completely forgotten. I actually went to what college was it? It was a college in Edinburgh. Was it Telford College?
That would be similar to Bell or Motherwell.
Because I went to an evening course called Tech IT Skills or something, and
Yeah.
it
No
was like
computer.
I remember walking in, and it was like what. I couldn't cope with it. My wee brain was going wah, wah, oops, and I couldn't cope with it at all. Weird. Couldn't. I thought, no, I'm not doing
Yeah.
this. So I didn't bother. I never went back. It was one of these you pay for yourself sort of jobbies.
All right.
But anyway, that's a slight digression. So the purple
Well, were
pictures were
you
great.
were you actually? Here's Paul. We went to Bell College first year it was open. Did you go in? Or just drive up?
That was very good. That was very good. Yeah, I went to Napier, but it was called a Polytechnic when I went. Napier Polytechnic. But
Same as me, Robert Gordon's Institute of Technology.
yeah, I went to Telford
None of this
myself.
university business.
Well, I ended up working in that sector for
Nice one, Barney.
6 years. Yeah,
Shipwrights apprentice.
very
Brilliant.
good. Johnny.
Johnny assistant, come on.
Yeah, I was
Come
assistant Johnny. Yeah,
on.
don't get carried away with yourself. But anyway, so that was good. I thought that was kind of good.
Nice
Oh, and
one.
one of the ones that Boots posted was quite interesting. It was ridiculous. It was an ECDC ticket from the Apollo. Let me just show you everybody this. This really was ridiculous. The sizing in this is all wrong as well. Oh, come on. There we go. Look at that. Look at the price of that.
Oh, that's always there.
I bet it is. Nobody's going to buy that.
That's always up there.
Good
I spoke to
grief.
John Henry about that
Did you?
one time. Yeah. He's saying that's always there. It's like ridiculous.
Joe would have had a field day with all these folks saying what their favourite gigs were. He'd have been right through the website checking it out for you, mate. You'd have had an
He
email.
would have.
Yeah.
I would have had at least 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's a good one. This is a cracker. This is John Murray Moss. Good name there, John. Quite fantouche, that name. This one's a cracker. What do you see this one? I was at quite a few of these gigs as well. If I can get it to work. There it is. I don't know why it's posted in the middle. I don't know why it's doing that. Go on. There we go. Oh, that's better. No, so they're not all Apollo. In fact, is any of them Apollo? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. I was at that Rod Stewart gig. I remember that. Frankie Valli. My God. Kiki D. Quite a mixture. The Hollies. There you go. Boots, Bebop Deluxe. The Beach Boys. Tina Turner. All the notes. It's quite a mix. The Blue Jays. I mean, geez, that's in Edinburgh. Commodores. Skinner. Doctor Hook. 10cc. Quite good, eh? You like Doctor Hook, obviously. Dennis was very nice to us. Yeah, not bad, eh? Good selection there. Quite a few.
Yeah.
No one trade your boots, your knob. Sorry. Now, boys, you don't need to have a fall.
Number one trade boots.
Let's see what else. See, there's another one. This honestly, I just don't understand. Where have you people been? Right, we've been doing this for 20 years now. Hang on, why is that not working? There we go.
Seems longer.
It does, mate. It does. But here's another one I'll show you here. I don't know where these people have been. So this one is another cracker. Look at that. This is Hugh Murray's collection.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, pretty damn good.
nice one.
That is good. And
Was that the one
Santana.
that said that this cost £51
I saw that.
70 or something?
Yeah,
I think it was this post.
that was his post.
Yeah.
Hugh Murray. I saw this lot for 50 quid and 70 pence. You wouldn't get a
You,
photo
li-
of an Oasis ticket for that. We were
you liked
spoilt with
Man.
them. Yeah, he liked Man, didn't he? Quo,
Yeah.
The Who, lots of Who
Probably
tickets.
spelled off.
Frank Zappa, God. The Oasis stuff has been quite funny, hasn't it?
Oh man,
Kids are going mental for it. Mental.
couldn't care less.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind Oasis. I think they're all right. You know, they're it's kind of derivative. You know.
I watched a video this week about 20 songs
Uh-huh.
that Noel Gallagher ripped off.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
So
like,
Gary
oh
Glitter,
yeah.
etc. Yeah.
Oh no, Gary Glitter. Oh,
But loads of them. I mean, the Beatles, obviously.
the
But
the the Kinks.
yeah,
You and me and you. Lots
yeah,
of things for us to do. Something like
with a Manchester accent. And
that. Yeah.
I mean, I saw Oasis. They were
I,
all- they were they
I
were
quite
good.
like.
They
I
were all
don't mind
right.
them. I
Aye.
don't mind them.
I mean, I think it's quite funny the stereotype. You know, all the guys with the jackets on and the hair and the funny bonnets and the way they're all walking like cool guys. I quite like that. I mean, it's like I guess I mean this is the other thing you got to get your head around. I mean, they were in the 90s, so for them, the people who are around now who like them, so that's 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were in
They'll
the
be like
80s,
14, 15.
yeah,
Maybe 14, 15, 16.
yeah. So the
That's their
ACDC,
go-to.
yeah. So it's like it's their Wombles or whatever, and it's kind of
Wamples.
Rory, my son, is chuffed to bits because it looks like they're playing Glastonbury as well. So that'll be a mess. So yeah, I
Really?
can't.
Playing Glastonbury.
Yeah, there was rumours about it before at this year's Glastonbury that Oasis were going to be there, and the other band that there's big rumours about is Linkin Park. I don't know if you've heard the new singer yet. Have you heard the new singer?
Yeah.
Really good. I think she's excellent. Really, really good. She blasts it out, and I watched a
It's
concert
all right.
today. Yeah, no, I
I'm
like it. I
not.
think she's
I'm
pretty
not.
good.
I'm not. You like them. I think they're all right. But,
I like them. I've
they're,
always liked them. They're
too
kind of
much.
too much rappy.
It's too.
Yeah.
The rappy bit just gives me the.
No, I like them. I think they're great. And anyway, I watched the whole concert, and she came on. They've got a new song come out. They came on. They played that first, and it sounds like Linkin Park. You know, it's kind of, it's quite. They've got their own sound, but of course, I think some folk forget there was two singers, and the other singer's still there. So, the rapping, but he kind of
Well,
speaks, doesn't he? Sometimes he raps, but
yeah.
he's I thought it was really
Yeah.
good. I thought it was really good. I thought it was excellent, and I probably wouldn't pay to go and see them
Yeah.
because it's just too
Well,
expensive. But
this is how much I don't really know what they're like. I read the headline. It said Linkin Park unveil new singer, and I was going. In my head, it flipped around to Limp Bizkit. And I was going, Limp Bizkit, I've got a new singer. Wow! I thought they just did a tour. That's weird.
excellent.
Wow.
But, and I'm sure the other thing that everybody's going to be really delighted about is I bought my Marillion weekend ticket this weekend.
Oh mate, I'm delighted for you.
Sold out, so I had to buy it. The bloody thing sold out. So I went. There was 100 tickets left, so I went and bought one, and it was sold out about 3 minutes later. So
Well, that's fortuitous.
yeah, and it's quite
Where
cool
is it?
because it's in
Where do
Leicester.
they have
I'm going to Leicester. Some of my mates are going to the one in Poland, but I'm going to Leicester again because I can't really be bothered going to Poland to see a band who I can see in Leicester. But it's meant to be great over. They play at a holiday camp over there, so I think it's quite big as
Okay.
well. But the Leicester
So
ones,
you can't get out.
you can't escape, But now the reason I go to Leicester is because all the bands that play there as well. Because you get, still Marillion, who are I think better than Marillion these days, and they play 2 gigs at the Y Theatre, which is a really good wee theatre. It holds about 500 people or something. And then there's a band called Punch and Judy. They're playing on the Friday night. So I bought tickets for
Are they
them.
are they primarily fish related?
All the tribute acts are fish related.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think there's one. There's a Norwegian. What they called? can't remember, but there is a Norwegian band that do H songs, but all the other ones are Fish songs, which is interesting because they only did 5 albums. But
Wow. They're the best.
I think they're
They're
the
the
best.
bestest.
Yeah, the bestest. But you
They're the
can't say that.
bestest.
If you say that, I mean, I got into trouble last year because I was moaning about all the ambient shit. I mean, they've done some amazing music with Steve Hogarth, and he's a much better singer
Yeah,
than
yeah.
Fish. But I got into trouble because I was saying, well, there's maybe one album would make your top 5, and the rest of them would all be the first 5 years, you know. And they were like, no, can I say that? And I said, yeah, I can say it because I like them. But that's the
You can say what you like.
say what I
Mate.
like exactly. And you know what, mate? I did. But and I
Not
wish
like
I'd been.
you.
No, I know, and I wish
Not
I'd been
like
at the
you.
I wish I'd been at the Apollo show because I mean I was at the Edinburgh Playhouse show in the same year. I think I've said this before. When you listen to the Apollo show, even though the recording's a wee bit speeded up, it's a fantastic show, and I wish I'd been there. So yeah, it's great to see them going
Yeah.
and still going strong and still doing really well. So that's great. And old Fish is retired. Did you see that final Fish on Friday? Did you see
No.
it? No. There was something in my eye, mate. I'll tell you, it got into my eye, and I wasn't very impressed with myself.
What do you mean that
Nah.
he's retired?
Well, he's
He's doing good.
basically. I know he is,
He's
but
still good.
he's basically that was it. He stopped Fish on Friday, and he's off to his island, and they're doing that final tour.
I actually was wondering how's he going to get what's the broadband like on where is he? Lewis or Harris or someone?
Something like that, yeah,
Yeah.
bar or something. But
Yeah.
so he's bought a Croft. I mean, it's a proper rock and roll story, isn't it? Because Fish on Friday's been going for 3 years, but it was a COVID thing. And basically, Andy and I listened to it and watched it probably for a year or so, maybe longer than that.
Oh, when I was
quite a
there,
while.
I was because
Yeah.
it's on at the wrong time for me now.
It's on 6 o'clock UK time, which is difficult for you.
Yeah.
But it was a good show. And I mean, he basically went through all his music and he talked about his influences and how he made each record. And he's a really good storyteller. He told hundreds of stories and he had the occasional guest on, but it was mainly just him sitting in his living room, trying to work out how to work the technology. And he was really shit at it. And it was really funny.
Every week.
Every single week. Is this on? Is this on yet? Every week, and he's staring into the camera.
It's kind of familiar.
Yeah. It was very, very. Yes, certainly tonight, mate. Yeah, but so that was. I was quite. I think I'm getting soft. I think I'm just getting soft. Whatever's going on here. Hello, James. How you doing, mate? Good to see you in. James and Liam called me last night when I was in a right grump, another grump when I was standing in about the 15th station I'd been in. And they're having a good time. We'll hear more about that later, James. Thomas McLaughlin, he had a post, and it sort of starts in caps, of course. Don't look back in anger. And he's going on about the prices that the kids are paying for tickets and access codes and all that. It's been very odd how I don't fully understand, to be honest, because you had to queue to get an access code to buy a ticket because the system
you're in a draw.
In a draw, yeah, and it just seems completely ridiculous. And they've added all these extra dates, so basically, and things like, I mean, it's so interesting, really, looking back to when we went to the Apollo, because Oasis have announced these gigs in Edinburgh, right, in the middle of the Edinburgh Festival. I mean, what genius worked that out? You know, you've got people paying 800 quid for a garage to sleep in for the festival already, and then Oasis announced 3 nights in the middle of the festival. Fantastic. You know, it's just bonkers. And people have obviously got more money than sense because they're still going and they're still booking these hotels at up to £1,000 for a bedroom. Imagine doing that when we used to go to the Apollo. My God. You know, it was like, £1.50 in the train. Well, we didn't pay for the train very often, did we? But quite bizarre, anyway. But I don't mind Oasis. I just think they're knob ends, and I think it's a bit weird that they're so expensive. There's always been knob ends in music, though, so you know there's plenty of them. Sham 60.
I actually didn't realise they've got so many gigs.
Oh, it's mad, mate. It's unbelievable. I mean, they're certainly challenging the sort of Eras tour in the UK, not globally. Obviously, never made it in America, but they're doing as many gigs, if not more, than she did. And everybody thought that nobody would ever compete with that, but they're doing it.
I was wondering if they were going to do a nosy tour because
Oh, they might. Were they big in Australia? Did they make it in
well,
Australia?
that's where Liam Gallagher lost his 2 teeth.
Was it?
Yeah, someone punched him in the face
Ah,
in Brisbane, I think it was, because he was
really?
being a bit moody and
He wasn't,
someone
was
just
he? Dear me.
someone. I think this is the story. Someone
Ah, right,
took
okay.
offence to this behaviour.
Can't imagine that. Can't
In
imagine that.
Australia, you know,
Yeah.
calm, 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 reflective people. Oh yeah, mate.
Whack. But what was the other one that I've been listening? It's odd because of this. I do this thing in Cotswold Radio on a Tuesday, and I'm about to change it. I'm gonna have a tour show on a Tuesday, not a Friday, on a Tuesday. There's a show I do called Future Bites, and I just talk about my work really and all the things I work on, but I play music as well. And this week I got contacted and they asked me if I fancy doing another hour. So I'm going to do a this is just for Boots. I'm specially doing a show for Boots. It's called the Prog Hour, and it's going to feature bands like Rush and Marillion and Genesis. So you'll be running along to listen to that, Boots.
Aye.
But I'm quite looking forward to it because there's so many new prog bands and I'm out of date because there's literally thousands of them. So again, it would have been magic if it was at the Apollo, these gigs. But
But
anyway, that's
yeah,
just an aside. So
you got to
many of
play.
them.
You have to play King Gizzard
Oh
because
yeah,
I'd
definitely.
say they're prog.
No, they're definitely proggy. Yeah, they're well. I mean, I remember when we saw them at Glastonbury. They did Girls Got Rhythm, and they
Did
really
they?
did it
Wow.
really well. Yeah, and
Oh, I guess they are Australian.
well, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
Moan
yeah.
the Prog. Maybe that's what I should call it, James. Moan the Prog. But anyway, I haven't really decided in the title. They're calling it the Prog Rock Hour or something. The Prog Hour, but I can call it whatever I like. So I haven't really thought about that yet. But so ideas on a postcard addressed to Blue Peter. Um, what else happened on the?
At your local, what's that? Look, just send it to the BBC, care of your
Yeah,
local city.
yeah.
Hmm.
And then what's his Boots posted the tubes again. Well done, Boots. You're consistent.
Did they? Oh, I missed that one.
It was yeah, no, well, there's that many of them that you get kind of what's he got here? In 1977, when I'm sitting watching the Ogre Whistle Test at home with when
Oh,
this band appears, I quite like this. This is good bits like this. It was another 2 long years till the Tubes played the Apollo, but boy was it worth it. Yeah, they're quite good. I don't mind them. Bit
I love.
chaotic.
I like the tubes.
Yeah,
I like the tubes.
yeah, they're
Who's
pretty
the
good.
one I liked?
Good. So what else? I'm just going through this web page because there was so many Susie and the Banshees. Do you know that the Susie and the Banshees gigs? I've listened to them. Nah, doesn't work for me at all. I don't like her voice. She can't really sing. It's kind of yeah. Other opinions are available.
Yeah.
And of course, every time somebody posts Alex Harvey, despite the fact they were never successful, really, every time somebody posts Alex Harvey band, the site just goes completely bananas.
I know, and
It's amazing.
I have to approve 7 million people.
It's amazing. See if
Just
they'd kept going. Oh, and the
yeah,
silly
yeah.
sod hadn't died. You know what? They've
Well, it wasn't his fault he died.
no, I know. Any news on the date for the next get together? At the moment, Nora, no. However, I'm hoping to go to Glasgow on Tuesday next week. I've said I want to go that day. So if I do go to Glasgow on Tuesday, I'm going to get us a venue. I'm not going to even try this year with phoning or emailing. I'm going to go to the venues and walk in, and I'm going to say to them, right, give me a fucking date. I think it's probably going to be late November, early December, because it gets so busy in December that they don't want to give us a room, most of these places, because they've got other parties. And I don't blame them for that. They've got other parties and stuff on. So yeah, I'm going to try my best. It'll be soon. We'll get it soon, though, because I'm not bugging about this year. It was my fault. Well, partly my fault last year that it didn't happen quick enough. So I've spoken to Tom Russell about it. Did that the other day, and he's keen. So yeah, I'll do my best. I'll hopefully have an update this time next week, Nora, about the get together, and we'll have Tom doing some speaking at it as well, which would be fabulous. the other one, this is actually Boots. This is you again. You were on form this last wee while, Boots. You were talking about what's he called? Oh, my brain is terrible. Ian Jury. Could somebody please find the Ian Jury and the Blockheads bootleg? Please, could you just find it? Because I want to hear it. I like Ian Jury and the Blockheads anyway, and I've seen the Blockheads. I never saw Ian Jury, but I saw the Blockheads. I'd love to hear that show from one of their shows. How many times did they play the Apollo, mate? I don't remember. Was it once? I don't quite remember.
Let's find out. Let's
Yeah,
use
there's a website, www.glasgowapollo.com. There was a thing the other day I saw. There was some. I think it might have been Bon Scott actually. Not taking it twice, right? Very, very gently taking the mickey out of somebody because they'd said, "Are you aware of the fact there's a website?" I love that. Yeah. Oh, it's great. No, but it's brilliant. That it's a bit like somebody posted something with incredible enthusiasm, and it was wonderful. I actually think it's great. Somebody posted the documentary, the Alvin Stardust. There's a documentary with Alvin Stardust, and it was brilliant, and everybody was commenting on it as if they'd never seen it, and it was fabulous. That was excellent. And I know some folk don't like the documentary, but I'm glad it's there.
This is my first time on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Was it not you, Bon? I don't know who it was. I naturally think it's you that's been, because you're very witty. But it was very funny, whoever it was. What's that? I like the Ugly Whistle Test. It is a good show for album listeners and for the Canterbury scene and the prog, Mon the prog. It is. It was always very good. It had an eclectic range of bands, which was great. And it's a shame they don't have one like that just now. I saw a band, James. I thought of you, the Fontaines. Yeah, they were really good at Glastonbury, and I saw that they've just announced a tour. I'm tempted to go because they were so good that I wouldn't mind seeing them again. Not as good as that crowd, what they called Pussy, whatever their name was. I can't remember the second. What was the second bit? Pussy Mannequin. Pussy Mannequin were the best band I've seen in years. But I've not seen them touring. I'd like to go and see them. I'm just wittering. Anyway, what's this?
Just wittering.
He's laughing because he's thinking, well, what else do you... Oh, aye, this was quite good. Right, hang on. I remember this is the one I was wanting to...
What else is there?
It's a ticket. No, I remember Derek having one of these and saying he got this when he got a slightly dodgy ticket. Here we go. And this was another one. Let me see this. Don't know if you saw it. There you go. And that, guess who that was for, folks? That was for Ian Jury and the Blockheads.
But it wasn't at the Apollo.
Wasn't it at the Apollo? I saw it and I went, oh, that's interesting. And then I thought, why has Andy not kicked this person off?
Too many comments.
Too many. Exactly. That's because there was somebody else did the same, and I nearly kicked him off. And I thought, canny, too many comments. We have interaction here. But so they did that at different venues as well, not just the Apollo. Somebody was leaving the group. Oh yeah, he got blasted. He got absolutely hammered.
Yeah, you best just to leave.
There's no just point. Go away. Yeah, I think Cheryl, you were the best. You really took him down a 3 or 4 inches off his height. It was fantastic, and he got it was funny. And I was on the bus and I was sitting giggling my head off when I read that. It was fabulous. Ian Jury was on the first Stiff tour. Yes. My friend Mike has reminded me that he's a big Stiff Records tour. Stiff Records fan. And there was another one there, Derek Beattie, more tickets. God. InXS. Remember InXS at the Edinburgh Playhouse, mate?
Yeah, I remember that. It was a good gig. Yeah.
Were you at that?
Yeah.
I didn't make it. I couldn't afford it. But I remember you guys all going. There was hardly anybody there, wasn't there? It was pretty much empty.
No, it was full of Australian folk.
Was that what it was? I remember something about it. Maybe that's what it was.
Could barely get it. We only got a ticket. I remember Smiler saying, managed to get, it was the last row of stalls or something.
Right, okay.
And it was great. It was really good. They were really good. That was before they went, just before.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good.
I remember seeing Def Leppard in the Playhouse, and there was literally two layers of folk, two rows of seats with people in them. It was mad. Nobody there. They came on with his...
Chaz was there.
Chaz was there, yeah.
Actually, he saw them the year before.
Did he? Going through the night tour? Brilliant. Yes. Who's that?
Well, I know who it is.
You know, this was Lynette Kearney posted this, and it's the young ones who supported
Doesn't look.
Roxy.
Yeah.
It says it's a
Never.
Glasgow band.
Are they? Never heard of them.
I've looked them up and and tried to find information about them, and I can't find anything, which is a shame. But so yeah, that was a good picture as well. God, every day this is happening. It's just amazing. Hang on, what else have we got? Is there anything else? Queen, talked about them a million times. More Queen. Ted Nugent. Jeez, oh, he went a bit weird. Who's this Andy Muir guy? Oh yeah. Anyway, so that's basically it, folks. Don't have any music, as I say, this week because I just haven't had the bandwidth to do it. God, that was a wanky thing to say. I haven't had the time to do it, unfortunately, because my tech has all gone to hell. But next week we'll be back and we'll have proper music. Now, what do you think about? Remember the blues show? I know a lot of folk didn't like it, but equally a lot of folk did like it a couple of weeks ago. Well, 5 weeks ago. Do you think we should do the same thing again? Yeah, I was thinking we should maybe do a punk show and sort of try and do a rock show. Well, it's easy to do a rock show and try and do a pop show and just sort of play a genre for a change and try and play some of the more obscure. That'd be all right, wouldn't it? So if anybody's got any rescued recordings that they particularly like for punk bands, obviously we're going to have the Rosillos, obviously we're going to have the Ramones, we're going to have the Skids, the Clash, the Stranglers, but there's lots of bands, you know, and there's good recordings of a lot of these bands. I'd love to hear some of the more obscure stuff, like the you know, the was it called the wasn't the Battle of the Bands? What was that called? You know, the Exploited one. What was that called again? Gig at the Apollo.
Gathering
of the Clans. Yeah. Like to hear a recording of that. So if anyone's got any, I mean, we're still finding rescued recordings. So if anyone's got any of these lurking in their garage or whatever, send them to Jack, because Jack McCafferty, who's the guy who runs the rescued recordings with his friends, it's our little sister site, and we can get it on the show, because I'd love to hear some new stuff. And in fact, who was it? Who are the guys? The guys that bang their feet. You know, the punks with the big teddy boy haircuts. What were they called again? And the big boots. What were they called again? New Model Army. And I remember seeing New Model Army by mistake at the Heathery Bar in Wishaw, because I'd gone across with, I think it was Graham Potter, and we were playing, you know how there's pool tables downstairs?
Yeah.
And I was playing pool, and there's this racket, boof, 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 upstairs. So we went upstairs, and it was New Model Army, and the guy let us in. The place was going mental. Really, and they're doing a tour right now. And they were at Glastonbury. I missed them, but they were at Glastonbury. So I wouldn't mind seeing hearing them. Did they ever play the Apollo? I don't know if they did. I don't think so. There's a decent wee film on YouTube of the Paisley punk scene. I think I've seen that, Bon. Yeah, that might be one that's sure enough. That'd be quite good. So yeah, punk. Any punk stuff? Any punk memories? Because it was very brief, wasn't it? But nevertheless, tells the stories, and we'll feature them next week. This was one that that caught my eye, but I didn't read it. Did you? Billy Geddes posted an Apollo thing for a guy called Roddy Frame. Did you see that one, mate?
Camera.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I've watched this before.
I've not watched it, so that's something.
Yeah, I've either watched it or read it, because it's for a music tours. Magic, music tours. Remember that idea we had?
Yeah. I know.
25 years ago.
About a million years ago. Yeah. No comment. But yeah, it's a whole article about it. He's talking about upstairs Satellite City when he saw one of Magazine's first gigs. I really got Magazine. Didn't get them at all. The Enjoy Division supporting the Buzzcocks. Gosh. Sadly, by the time my turn had come, the Apollo had closed. Right, I'm going to look for if there's any video or whatever of that, because that might be something to feature next week. That was in the Glasgow Music City Tours website, which I don't know what that is, but yeah.
Google that.
Yes, and then the final one, just to piss everybody off. If you remember our last get together, folks. It was brilliant. And this is a great photograph. Look at this photograph. Look at Ewan. James interfering there. But that was magic. It's a really good night.
Two Macavities there.
I see that, yeah. But it was really good. We had a good time. And there's Nora hiding in the corner next to Cheryl. And Ian. I've been wearing that shirt for about 30 years. I need to stop wearing that shirt. Anyway, there you go. We'll do that again soon, folks. I promise. So that's it. No music. So we're going to cut it short. We've still managed an hour, which is amazing. We will have a Zoom call after this. So if you fancy joining us after for a wee chat and a drink, I'm going to go downstairs and get myself a beer because I'm not really enjoying that wine tonight for some reason. Don't know why. But I'm not. Let me just. No, I did say on the site, but the folks that have donated to the crowdfund thing spent all the money last week renewing this software. So thank you very, very much because I couldn't have afforded it. I couldn't. So it paid for the software. So thank you very, very much. It means we can continue to do this nonsense for the next 12 months at least. We still need a wee bit more. I'll post about it, but for other bits and pieces. But this was the main one. This was 800 quid for this software. So thank you very, very much, guys. It's amazing that you funded that for us, and it means we, as I say, we can continue with the show and still doing it. There's also I'm just going to put this up. If you want to join us for a Zoom chat in the next few minutes, well, probably in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, www.glasgowapollo/Zoom. I think Zoom's on my machine, but bear with me just for a few minutes if I didn't get it working right away because I've not used on Zoom on this machine yet. So hopefully it'll work. The icon's there, but that doesn't mean it's going to work. So I'll probably be on. Well, I will be on. Just might take me 5 or 10 minutes. So please be patient with me. So you've been listening to a rather abridged version of Glasgow Apollo Live with me, Scott MacArthur.
And me.
And him.
Oh, hold on. Me. And just me. It's just me. Andy
Just
Muir.
you,
Hold on.
yeah.
I'm just about to type. It's TTP.
Or you put in the...
Yeah.
Raymond saying, hammering noises in the heather usually indicated someone being nailed to the floor.
Well, it certainly didn't mean there's any joinery happening in the bathroom.
No, it was, that's right, what a dump. I liked the heathery though. I mean, I know it was a dump, but I liked it. It was a wee bit scary actually. I think back in it now, I was basically the same age as my son is now, William, going to the heathery bar. And how on earth we got in, I'll never know. Because
I'll never know.
I definitely didn't look 18. No way did I look 18.
I think I went before I was 17.
Really? No, I went when I think I did go when I was about 15. But Bond saying, Neil, is that McLean meant to be as your man that sent? Oh, yeah, he sent the diary of the gigs. Yes, I've got those saved, mate. Thanks for the jog. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, we'll have a look at that because they were really good, weren't they? His diary, his comments and ratings, the punk bands he went to see. So, yeah, we'll dig that out. Definitely dig that out. And show them again because they were great fun when we showed them before. It was a few years ago now, so we can get them out and show them. When did what stop you? Notice saying something? What's going on? There's obviously something going on somewhere. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed that bit of witter. Really sorry it's been so long since we had a show. Promise going to try and do better and get it on again regular. We're not going away. It's been just chaos. Been pressure at work. But I had a few folk on at me saying you need to do it, Scott, because folk are getting annoyed. So here we are. But came on despite we didn't have any music. So forgive me for that. But I will sort that out next week. So we'll have some music next week. And as I say, it's going to be punk. And then the following week, we'll probably do pop or something. So if you're in, you fancy in that genre as well, let me know. And Andy and I will have a look and see what we can find. Because between us, we've got probably a couple of hundred Rescued recordings between us. And of course, Jack's got... How many's Jack got now? Is it about 400 or something? It's a lot, isn't it? Something like that. But it's an amazing resource for us all. That is amazing. And thank you. So many of you tuned in. That's brilliant. I'm really chuffed on a Saturday night. You should be out enjoying yourself rather than listening to these two farts. But
who's this? Who's Raymond? Having dinner in Cape Verde. See the show was all going ahead. Greetings to all. Well, thanks, Raymond.
I can't see that. It's nipped off the bottom of my screen. See if I can see it. No, I still can't see it. But having dinner in Cape Verde can see the shows. It's gone ahead. Yes, said it would. But God, I've got myself on full screen. That's a bit scary. Go away. Anyway, so that's it. Come across Zoom. Let's have a laugh. I'm going to go down, refresh my glass, and I'll try and get Zoom working. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. I'm going to have to download Zoom and all that sort of stuff, but shouldn't take me too long, and we'll see you over there. Okay. Good night, mate. Well, we'll see you in a minute. You join us, yeah?
Yeah.
Good man. Okay. Right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next week. Cheers. Good night.
See ya.